Alright, so today I'll be reading you my final persuasive dialogue on is homework really resourceful? Have you ever been doing homework for a class and wondered, what am I learning from this? Well, I am Justin Sudduth, a senior at the Middle College of the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, and I have been in both high school and college classes at the same time, and I always wonder this question. Well, why would you care? Well, as a college student, you contribute to a lot of homework as well, and I'm sure that in a lot of instances, you scroll through your endless assignments and wonder the same question. What are you really gaining from all this homework? What am I learning? Is homework really resourceful? Well, practice makes perfect, and more practice will help students do better on test scores. Our preview of main points. Personal narrative. Although homework may be mentally straining, it is needed to help students do better on test scores and exams. Opposing argument. Although homework may be helpful for students to do better on test scores and exams, it may be useless due to students getting bored after a couple of assignments and not learning anything from the assignment. Last supporting argument. Although students may not retain any information from their homework, it is better to be assigned than not assigned. Giving homework has proven to be resourceful, and without it, students may have a hard time learning. Main point. I've experienced a lot of this in my past. More practice and homework, the more I understand the subject I am learning. When you take a class, the whole reason for taking the class is to learn and understand the class. There are only so long professors get in a day to teach a subject, and without other ultimatums, students' grades and test scores would drop. Homework is also a time for students to practice what they learned during the class and prepare for tests. It was shown that for students to learn and be involved in a class, there has to be homework. For homework to be useful and reliable, the students have to do it correctly, doing the homework and not cheating or grazing through it. Quote by Philip C. Wincat, The Role of Homework. The more homework assignments students attempt, the more they will learn. There's one problem with homework. It can be overly time-consuming. If the professor gives too much homework, it can overstimulate students and have a negative effect on their grades for the student. This can be detrimental and even affect the students' other classes that they are taking. If one class is supplying too much homework, they may have to give up and devote other time to other subjects or finish their homework in that class, vice versa. The setting of the student can also play a role in the completion of assignments. Learning in class is easy, there is rarely a noise, and it is time devoted to the class. Some students are not lucky enough to have this time and setting at home. Students with more responsibilities and a poor setting at home can have a negative effect on their grades because of this. A quote by The Case for and Against Homework. Disadvantaged students are unintentionally penalized because of their environments, often making it impossible to complete assignments at home. When homework is proposed in a controlled way and done correctly by the student, it is beneficial towards grades. Although it can be abused by both the professor and the student, it is better to have it than not have it at all. With the students never having any practice with what they are learning, they won't be ready for exams in the class. The quality of the homework provided is important to take into play as well. Studies have shown that students learn more from classes that will provide fun and challenging homework and gets the student involved. Traditional homework makes it easy for students to get bored and want to cheat their way through the homework. Homework should be an enjoyable process to ensure learning from the students. This would also boost morale in classes. Although most students would prefer to not have homework, homework is beneficial for their success. Homework has proven to be essential in classes despite the students that are not lucky enough to have a quiet setting to do homework. Homework can be overly time-consuming and overwhelming, but the students who balance their classes and stick to doing their assignments the correct way will reap the benefits. Practice makes perfect, and doing your homework properly and timely will help you stay ready for your exams. Professors can help students become more involved in the homework by assigning controlled amounts of homework and making homework more interactive.